Hi everybody, it's Tim from PT Games. So I thought I would spend a few minutes today talking to either old or new customers of ours and people who visit the forums and just wondering about us a little bit. So first thing, my handy dandy list. So the first thing I wanted to cover was DriveThruCards. So a few years ago, we switched from in-house printing and shipping to using DriveThruCards. This is because, frankly, it's just easier on me. It's easier on my wife. Personal life is just too busy to deal with the printing and the shipping, and it's just too much. So DriveThruCards makes a superior product anyway, and they deal with all of it. So for those that don't understand, you're not buying directly from me. I have no control over their production. I have no control over anything except I post items for sale, and then they print and ship them. I don't have. If you contact customer service, then they will contact me. If you place an order, I'm going to ask for your receipt because I don't have a clue who you are. All I get is an order number, even only if I look. I don't get email alerts. I get an order number and what the person or persons ordered. I have no idea who you are. So anytime you ever have a problem and I ask you for a receipt, that's why, because I need to know that who I'm speaking to and what I'm speaking about. So that's part one. Part two is, so DriveThruCards store has some of our PDFs and of course all of the print product. Our regular PT Games web store has all of our PDFs. I'm going to ask if hopefully that you buy the PDF versions of anything you buy through our web store. The reason is DriveThruCards charges me a fee for having items in their store. So not only if you buy PDF, I'm still paying the fee. So for me to get all of the money, as it were, please support me through that. I'm cross offer so people aren't completely taken aback and it's not completely confusing. If you order print, of course, you have to order through DriveThru. I have no control over it. I cannot place your order for you. I have nothing to do with it. So just to let you know, if you go over there, I do have a video posted on the page called DTC Updates that did a video of a walkthrough. Now, it's not complete. It's a year old, but it'll get you 95% of the way through placing an order on DriveThruCards. It's not that hard. I will also say one thing about Hockey Bones cards that is different from any other card set. DriveThruCards has a limit of about 300 cards per set that they will allow. The reason for this is that they cut and bundle them. So, and mind you, they're a huge company. It's called One Bookshelf, which is owned by Ingram Publishing. It's a huge multinational company. So they're not just printing a few card sets for a few guys. Okay, they're printing books and all kinds of stuff, and they're printing hundreds and hundreds of sets in a given day. So anyway, they print in maximum 300 cards sets. So if you order a hockey season, that has 950 players, you're going to probably see a conference and or divisions, and there's a set called Combo Players. Combo Players has been around possibly since as long as Face Off, and Face Off is 50 years old, okay? Hockey Bones is the same as Face Off. They're the same game. We just have a more consistent product, a more consistent time since we're putting things together. So as far as I know, all the sets have combo. So combo players are any player that played on more than one team in a given season. The way the cards are calculated is different and whatever, but that's the set that's available. What you'll see on DriveThruCards is you'll see the individual sets for sale, and you'll see a bundle. The bundle is me putting them together in one place and offering you a discount to buy them all at one time. If you choose to buy just part of them and then come back later and want the bundle, or you missed a combo or whatever, I don't tell you. I mean, I can't place your order and deliver it to your house for you. Sorry. You will notice on our PT Games website, if you have not, our PT Games website is more than just a Delphi forum. Okay, there are several pages because we have several games and lots of things to say. We have a freebies page. The freebies page has a bunch of old face-off sets, Summit series, and I don't know, whatever, a whole bunch of other stuff. Dave Arlington wrote up a history, a face-off history, kind of a rules clarification page, a couple pages some years ago, kind of a history of how they were changing rules year by year and changing the cards. And there's Peter Miller's quick references on there. There's score sheets. And there's some other stuff that's on there. There are also items for our other games, PT Games basketball, and solo football and PTG football are also, they have items on that page. You will find from time to time that we will announce products, new products or things that have gone to print. So in order to have things printed at DriveThruCards, I have to put them together. You know, Dave and I work together. I put them together, and then I send them to drive-through, and I have to get a proof copy made. So Dave then sends me, or I'm sorry, Dave, then drive-through sends me the proof to approve. So I've stopped announcing that things are going to be appearing on drive-through. What I'm doing now is I put it together, I send it to drive-through. When it gets approved, I will then post a message saying, hey, go buy whatever printed set. At the time of this video printing, I'm waiting for 8384 proof set to come in so we can put that up for sale. And then, you know, I'm waiting for Dave to send me the latest hockey season, NHL hockey season cards so we can get those out. So what we're doing in conjunction with that is 8384 PDFs and print will come out at the same time. I'm not separating the two. You'll get an announcement, and I'm hoping by the end of next week to actually have an announcement on 8384. They usually tell me when they're shipping, just like they tell you. When I place an order for a proof, it's just like anybody else is placing orders for cards. My proof gets run in the middle of other cards. So I don't get expedient service or anything. I get the same service y'all get. So, yeah. Something happened several months ago that I wanted to spend just a couple minutes dealing with or talking about. So we had some messages sent about some PDF theft, and it happened to apparently to several companies, and people were doing or whatever. PDFs are not for resale. They are not to be printed and then given away. That is, you are breaking a legal contract. So I'm going to ask you nicely not to do it. I will come after you if you do it to my cards. Not only is it work that I've done, but it's work that others have done. And it's not fair that you're printing and distributing either for free or for resale anyone's PDFs. You're not authorized by law to do it. It is copyrighted material. So you are breaking the law. I wanted to say, so we have, for the people that don't know, we have other games. We have a pro and college basketball that has men's and women's teams in the website. The men's pro game goes all the way back to 77, 79, whatever, somewhere back there, with card sets. The women's pro is the entire history of the WNBA. College basketball is just a couple of seasons. The reason is, as odd as it sounds, college basketball stats are actually really hard to get. And the stats we need are not just printed in a newspaper, as it were, available readily stats. There's a little bit more to what we do. So I need a little bit more information. And surprisingly, statistics for NCAA basketball are not that readily available. It was really weird for me to look and think that finding old seasons. So it's, you know, we'll get college out as fast as we can, but that's where it stands. We also have a pro football game that is available in two forms. So one is called Solo PTG football, which is basically team sheets. And you can play a game using a fact deck. It's a fact deck-esque. The game engine is originally based on Status Pro, but it's not Status Pro Advanced. It's not Status Pro Lite. I went away from Status Pro a long time ago. So but there's a status pro form to it. So the solo game, like I said, is basically team sheets with all the offense and special teams on one side, defense on the other, and you can play just by flipping the cards and or rolling dice. It's a pretty straightforward game. That's available on our website. Also, there is a full-blown two-person or solo if you want PTG football, which is a large format game, meaning heavens, it fits on a dining room table, not on a TV tray. Like so many war games that people have no problem playing. This PTG football is, like I said, it's form like Status Pro. 3x5 grid on defense and, the offensive setup. But it is individual player cards. So those are not available in print. The simple reason is that any given season there's roughly 2,000 players, and that card set would cost me to print well over $200. It would cost to retail it probably $250, $300. Nobody's going to buy that. So you can buy the PDFs readily from our PT Games store, and you can buy them from DriveThruCards. DriveThruCards also has printed PTG football, and they have printed solo football. They also have printed basketball, so you can buy the base game, and you can buy the pro seasons. We will slowly, if the game gains interest, we'll slowly add printed pro seasons. But we're adding those. You won't see college, because women's college, I think, was 4,500 players last year. Men's was over 5,000. That makes those card sets $700-800. That ain't happening. So, and I'm not breaking them down by conference. I'm not breaking. It's too much, too complicated, too much work for very little return. You can also buy a printed hockey game. You can buy the printed hockey rink, which comes separate from the game. If you buy the PDF, you do not get the rink design. It's a large format sheet. You can buy it separate in print. You can buy the ARC cards in print, base game in print. Yeah, I think that's it. You need dice. You need some kind of marker for a puck. The PDFs are there. PDFs come with demo teams. For hockey, you can actually buy the demo teams in print separate if you wanted the printed cards with just the demo teams and the print, and even if you just bought the PDF of the game. So there's that. So PTG football is my baby. It's the game that I work on a lot. It's the game that I play. It's the game that I developed. So it's my baby. Hockey Bones, like I said before, is Face Off. It's the same game. We've updated it. We have a consistent design to our cards. I saw recently someone playing who happened to buy, I don't know when they bought it. They bought the game and a card set a long time ago for the one season where he actually had put in like a box, a shaded box. I put the stats and things, 70-71 season. I went back, reran those cards when I saw the video, and actually you'll buy the present day format, which the cards have a larger font than the old version. They are consistently in rows. Everything is, very well laid out because those are the sets we print from. The print and the PDF match. It's the same set. Oh, there's something. If you buy printed sets of hockey cards from DriveThru, you will see on the product page under, I think it's the Hockey Bones logo, or it's the PT Games logo. But anyway, on the left side, you'll see the logo. Underneath it says View Rulebook. Click on that. That's where, if it's a printed set, you'll see a list of the players in the set. You'll also get the bench minor and game misconduct tables in a PDF. If you buy the PDF, then you'll get the bench minor and game misconduct tables on a page that way. So, and yes, it's a Dallas Cowboys shirt. I was a Cowboys fan Now I'm not really a fan of any professional football team specifically. I bought this shirt. My wife took me to Dallas years ago to see the only game I've ever seen of the Cowboys. I was a Cowboy fan for decades. Bought this shirt. Why would I not still wear it? So anyway, the last thing is computer game. So we have been working for the past 2+ years now on a football game. The football game is PTG football, just in computer. Now this is not a helper game. This is not a card and dice hybrid game. It is a standalone career sim. Think in the mold of Out of the Park Baseball, Football Manager, any of the draft day sports games, that type of game. Not the helper games, not where you're looking at cards and rolling dice or whatever. No, it's not that. This is a full-blown career sim with full-blown game engines. The player, it uses the PTG football engine at its base, but it goes much deeper, much more. Players are rated in 350 categories. So it's much deeper game. We are slowly getting there with it. Real life is such that it just takes a lot of time sometimes when you're a one-man, two-man band to get things done. And it's just taking us a long time, a lot longer than I ever thought it would take us, but we're getting there slowly but surely. We don't have game screens. When I have something to show that's a game screen, I'll show it to you. We're not there yet. We are testing game engines. We're hiring people to help us. We're doing lots of stuff with it, but we're not there yet. So yeah, I'm excited for it. I can't wait to show the world the game. Spent a long time on the design of it, and I'm excited to show it off. So anyway, for anyone new, welcome. You will also DriveThruCards. One more thing. Every once in a while, I throw a deal of the day up. They have a little thing on DriveThruCards in the upper right corner of their front page called Deal of the Day. There, as you'll know, there are hundreds of publishers on DriveThruCards and all of its sister sites. There's literally thousands of publishers. So they offer a deal of the day, which is 40% plus off on a PDF. So every once in a while, I'll throw one up there, and I don't know until the day before that I'm supposed to be the deal of the day for the next day. Sometimes I forget in the morning to post that, oh, by the way, I've got the deal of the day up. So, usually I do post. So there for a while, I ran through all of our products, putting them up for deal of the day in PDF. I don't know if I'll be doing that again anytime soon. I'll probably randomly throw stuff up there, but keep an eye out for DriveThruCards. Keep an eye out on our forum for any new printed sets that I do of whatever, or any new products. Keep an eye on the product on the DTC update page for all of the items that are available in the DriveThruCards web store. I just list them there. I don't have prices. I don't have links. None of that. It's just every time I put something new on DriveThru, I post it there so people can find it. Go to our freebies page. If you want to learn about our other games, go to the front page of our website, sports.ptgamesinc.com, and click on the product page. There are videos for all the games. And yeah, please enjoy the games. If you have any questions, email us, customer service at sports.ptgamesinc.com, and it forwards to my email address. The reason that I do that and not private messages through Delphi or whatever is that the messages actually get also turned into my partner, so he's aware of what's going on, because he does not visit our forum. He doesn't have a clue about it. He's the guy working on the computer game, but he's also the P in PT Games. He's the guy I've known since 1978. So, but I keep him updated, and this way I can keep him updated through email. It's much easier for me. It's also easier for me to remember, because I may visit my forum all the time, but I don't necessarily see private messages quickly, and I don't necessarily respond to private messages. with any frequency at all. I respond to email all the time because of the work I do in the United States and overseas. So I'm constantly checking emails. So that's the easiest way to get hold of me. If you happen to have my phone number, feel free to also call me. So, and I'm willing to talk about these games. If you email me and say, hey, I've got a problem, there are a lot of people out there. I don't know if they'll come forward or not, but a lot of people I have walked through issues with over the phone. I'm a believer in phone over email. I would rather do a 5-minute conversation than 50 emails, because frankly, I can explain it to you much faster than I can try to explain it and send a bunch of pictures and whatever. It's just not my style. I'm old school. So anyway, that was 20 plus minutes too long, and I appreciate the time if you got all the way through it. Thanks. Have a good day.